Hey everybody, welcome to Fit Tip Tuesday. Today I'm going to share a quick part 2 to last week's tutorial. If you follow along with me, you know that last week I showed how to petite the armhole to pick up a top. And someone commented on that video that they tried to do it, but they couldn't make that adjustment under the neckline because the neckline was low enough that it got in the way of the adjustment for petiting the armhole. I'm going to put a link to that video below if you missed it. And what I want to show you here is, this is going to be really quick. And actually, I want to thank the person who asked the question, because literally I'm having one of those days where I didn't even want to do anything. Like literally, I wasn't even going to do a Fit Tip Tuesday this week because I was in one of those moods. But once I got this question, I said to myself, you know what? I'm gonna do it. So here's what I'm gonna show you. Now, in this situation, I could petite the armhole underneath the neckline. You can see right here. So what I want to do first is I'm going to create a deeper scooped neckline. And it's not going to be fancy. I just want to make it so it's impossible for me to petite the armhole and not affect the neckline. So you can see that this neckline, so now this is nothing. Let me just do this. So that's nothing. This is my new neckline, and I want to petite my armhole. So what we're going to do is we're going to draw a line horizontally through the pattern. And let me just get a different color here so you can see. Now you can see what's happening here is if I shorten the armhole, and let me just say we're going to shorten it by 1/2 inch here. Oops. You can see if I cut this line and pull down the top of the pattern, it affects the neckline. Now in this particular case, the effect won't be that devastating because I'm also going across it at a perpendicular direction like the armhole. It'll be pretty easy to true up, but it's also going to draw that neckline up a 1/2 inch. So let's say you have a neckline that's a shape that would be hard to true up, or you like the depth of the neckline and you want to petite the armhole, but you want the neckline to stay where it is. I'm just going to give you a quick way to do that right now. All right, so what you're going to do is you're going to take a piece of pattern paper and you're going to lay it over the pattern you're working with. And what you're going to do is you're going to draw the original neckline and shoulder and center front. So here's my center front. Here is my neckline, and I'm just going to trace it. And then I'm going to also draw my shoulder. And the reason why I'm drawing my shoulder is that's going to give me a frame of reference to put this back. So this is my original neckline, shoulder, center front. Okay, I'm going to put that away for a minute. Okay, now we're going to do the adjustment. So basically, to petite this armhole or shorten the armhole a 1/2 inch, I am going to cut on one line and lower the neckline like this. Oh, here's another thing. I'm going to continue my center front up so I have a guide to make sure I'm lining that up properly. So see, I extended my center front up here, so when I slide it down, I know that I'm lining it up accurately and I'm keeping everything nice and straight. Okay, so there's my adjusted pattern. And you can see we have a little jog in the neckline. Let me just tape that. Okay, so you can see here, if you don't care that the neckline was pulled up a 1/2 inch, you could leave it like this and you could just true this up by sort of splitting the difference and trimming a little bit below the adjustment, adding a little bit above the adjustment to fix it. Okay, so that's one thing you can do. Or the other thing you can do is you can put your traced version back on top of the pattern, and then you would have to use a tracing wheel. I'm not going to bother with the Serral paper that you can put under there to make the marks. I'm just going to draw the original, the original shape of the neckline back in by tracing through. Okay. And then you can see what we can do here is we can just reestablish, and actually none of this changes, it just changes over here. And I can put the neckline back to its original position. So if you need to petite the armhole and you've got a low neckline and you can't avoid cutting through that, then trace yourself a copy and then trace it through after you make the adjustment. The important thing is you want to make sure you create a copy of your original neckline before you make the adjustment so you have it to put back. All right, so that would be how you can petite your armhole and save your neckline and put it back exactly the way it was before you petiteed or shortened the armhole. Now, if you want more information about shortening your armhole and making a like adjustment to your sleeve cap, because I've shortened this a ½ inch here, right? You know, and that's right here on the pattern. So obviously my cap needs to be shortened as well. Definitely check out the link below, and you can see the whole tutorial on how to shorten or petite your armhole and sleeve cap a like amount. So I hope you enjoyed this very fast Fit Tip Tuesday. On Friday, we will be starting a new fun project. I will have all of my Japanese fabric from Sew Expo washed up so I can show you how that worked out. Plus, I'm going to show you what I'm going to do with my drawstring cropped pants that I made. And if any of you follow me on Instagram or Facebook, you saw that I actually put it out there, a picture of me wearing them. I thought they were going to be cute, and I didn't really care for the way they looked. So I asked all your opinion. I asked everybody's opinion, and I got all sorts of opinions about how to fix my pants, which I am so grateful for. I love it that I can put pictures out there for things that are less than fabulous and get all sorts of great ideas for how I can salvage it, because I spent a lot of time making these pants from the rayon twill I got from Sew Expo. So I'm going to show you what I'm going to do to fix my pants, and I'm going to show you my Japanese fabric and tell you what my plans for those are. So that's what we'll be doing this week during FabFit Friday. So I hope you'll join me for that live at 1 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. And thank you guys so much for watching, and have a lovely rest of your day.